we have nothing on our agenda making a joke, so.
We save room for any council discussion, of course, not policy substance, but if normal type of activity in the area. And at the end, if there's time, I'll have a couple updates for council.
Only one I want to talk about is thank you, I don't know whether to call you commander or acting chief, but for the email today with the semis, RVs, everything over there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was quick response. Fred and I brought it up at our police meeting on Tuesday morning. Is that when we had that, Fred? Friday morning. My days all mixed together. Trust me, twins. Woo. And he got right on it, and that was great. So thank you so very much for the quick response. So that's all I have. Anyone else?
I don't have anything.
Laura?
No, don't know anything.
Heritage?
Oh, well, yeah. Heritage Day is coming along really good. It's a 2-day event, and this year again, council is going to judge, and we're going to judge. We're going to judge about an hour before the parade to give us plenty of time, because I think it's really important for us to go and meet and greet all of the participants, and it gives us a little extra time to chit chat with them again. So I think I talked to most of you that you're all on board with doing that, and it's going to be a full day. We're going to have events Friday evening, fireworks, concerts, and a barbecue. And then Saturday, we actually are going to have an inaugural 5K run, which I volunteered to run in. I hope some other people get in shape to run in it too.
Can you walk?
Yeah, you can walk.
All right, I'll do
You
it.
betcha.
I can do it.
Then I'm in.
So
I'll do it.
that'll be at
I
8 o'clock
can walk.
in the morning. And we're kind of partnering with a different organization that already runs them, so that'll work out good.
We'll meet.
And then parade starts at 10, followed by that day's entertainment. So it'll be pretty exciting.
Hey, I'm all for the judging them early. It's just a question, actually. It's not a comment. But if we're doing it an hour early, is everybody going to be set up by then?
Yes, they
Okay.
have to be.
That was my
They're
question.
supposed to be like there at 8:30 in the morning, set up.
And we want to start judging at 9 then?
So we're gonna start judging at 9, and it's gonna take us around
Let's be-
again in a,
We're gonna be
Cool.
proactive
yes,
this year.
Awesome.
yeah.
Perfect.
So looking forward to it. Again, September, guys, and so make sure that we're there. And also, I did talk to the chamber because they have a charity shoot that day, and they were unaware they have to schedule it a year in advance, and they were unaware that that was Heritage Day. They thought it was the 3rd. They thought Heritage Day was the 3rd Saturday in September, so they did profusely apologize for that. They're gonna look into getting it on a different day in 2020. So that's about it, and I went to the business after hours at the Little Bit Bar and Grill, and it was absolutely fabulous. And if you guys ever have a chance to go and do the business after hours, I'm pretty impressed with the camaraderie, and I did speak up on behalf of City Council and let them know there that we do appreciate all the businesses that are here in Evans and everybody supporting Evans as a city. So that was quite interesting. That's about it for me, I think.
Cool. Fred, you got anything?
Have you received any suggestions for the park on 34th?
Lots, from what I hear from Lance. So I believe it's through June. We gave, per the code, there's a 60-day window for name suggestions. So I believe we'll close that at the end of June.
Anything else, Fred?
No, I think there's something else, but I can't remember what it was.
Allie?
I don't have anything.
Tammy?
Yep.
No, I just want to thank you all for having me here and all the things I'm learning from everybody. Everybody's been very friendly, very helpful, and very informative. So thank you all so far.
Thank you. Jim, we got 20 minutes. You got anything from the city end?
I'm going to talk slowly
Sure.
about what's coming. No, I do want to let council know of a couple items, and just something to be thinking about in case there are more than I know about. We are coming up on the time of year where we need to decide if there's going to be anything placed on the ballot from the city of Evans. Within your next two meetings, so either July 2nd or 16th, there are two items that I'm aware of that we want to get back to you as soon as we can so that we can hear direction from you on them. The first is the issue, first is the issue of cannabis retail. I know council hasn't made any decisions in that area. We have had two public meetings. The idea of a public ballot has come up, so I just want to make sure that you have time in case that's a direction that council's thinking of, then you have time for that. So that's one issue. We've had both of the scheduled public meetings. We are compiling all of the feedback that we heard and any other policy considerations that we've learned since your last work session. We'll be bringing that back to you July 2nd, hopefully. Might be the 16th, but we will have that all for you, and we'll also have the timeline for any election if council's interested in that. There's no need to do that unless you want to, but that's one item that's kind of on our minds. The other is our need for funding for roads, our ongoing revenue stream. We had the 1 cent sales tax that failed last November. So we plan also within the next two meetings to bring that back to council with a recap of the measure that we had, the way the election went, the feedback that we've had, and also with a recap of those street maintenance needs and also the needs that we have for street widenings. At that time, we'll be seeking direction on whether council's interested in trying again at the ballot box, the general scope there, and then also which election our charter allows for municipal elections to be held either in November when there's also a state election happening, or in April to be concurrent with a city council election, and you have one of those coming up in April of 2020. So we'll have both of those election timelines for you. Council can have some discussion and offer some direction on which of those, if you'd like to go for another ballot measure for road funding. So we need to have those conversations during July, and then generally mid to late August is when we'd have to have a resolution of your intent to have those elections for November. If you choose April, of course, there's more time there. So just a couple flares of, I think, important issues coming forward. We also have a few significant land use cases coming your way. They're working their way through the Planning Commission, ranging from the Randy Mission Springs is the collective development on the 23rd Avenue alignment, and also the corner of 37th and 47th. We have the proposed Villaggio multifamily development that's also going to Planning Commission soon. Of course, that one is also coming at the same time, although not paired up with the Tuscany non-potable system proposed solution that we have one more meeting with the neighborhood on tomorrow night, and then hopefully we'll be able to bring that back to you within your next two meetings. So a couple of significant policy issues coming your way.
So for the cannabis public forum, the second one, there was a lot of questions posed. Are we gonna answer those questions?
Excuse me.
How are we gonna post them up somewhere so they can access them, or on our website?
We have, we were taking notes of all the questions, so we'll be bringing back supplemental information to you on as many of them as we can answer in a timely manner. It's possible that we'll still have some more research after the next work session. But our plan at this point is to just take all of that feedback, from flip charts at the meetings to online. There's been quite a bit of online feedback and comment. So we'll just compile all of that, so you'll have all the raw comments there, and you'll know kind of where it came from, which of the public meetings, or if it was an online feedback. We'll try to categorize them also, so it makes some sense. And then we'll have some structure on the additional information. And if council has any questions that you'd like us to make sure that we try to answer, so we know what's most important, feel free to send those to me offline, and we'll try to have answers to those specific questions. But that's kind of the plan at this point for the next council work session, along with we just want to hear your thoughts for next steps. And at this point, those could include do nothing further. We know what, we're not interested in going further. It could be, proceed with XYZ policies, to put something in place, or there are some middle options like a public vote. So that's the plan kind of for the structure of the next work session.
So I guess I would like to proceed, I think, with the easier of the two subjects. My feeling is that we would probably, and something for you guys to ponder for the next work session, I guess, is, I personally feel that we should probably look to putting our city-only issues on the April ballot with the election of the city council members. It just seems like there's a lot of asks when it's in November from different entities, and then ours is at the very end, and by the time people have been asked 2 or 3 times for a tax increase or whatever, they're done. So, if it's just our city council in April and our tax issue, we may have a little bit more time and a better chance of getting that passed. And as far as the marijuana retail sales, again, this is where I think I'm at this point, but certainly everybody, can chime in too. I am all for just forgetting about it right now. And so not even putting it on the ballot, not even proceeding with going to any retail asks. But again, I just wanted to throw out there how I'm feeling. I just feel that we've heard quite a bit of anti-retail, and we've heard a lot of positive stuff too, but I think that at this point in time that the city is still not ready for it, but
I would
that's where I'm
actually
at.
have to disagree with that because I think it was pretty evenly split. And I think with that, as a council, we should then put it to the voters to allow them to make the decision. I think if we put it out in the voters' hands, we'll let the chips fall where they fall, and if they vote it down, they vote it down. If they vote it in favor for it, then we move out. But I think as a council, because it's pretty evenly split, it might be best left to let the voters decide. I mean, that's just my opinion, and I totally agree. Yeah.
That's why I'm throwing it
Yeah.
out, so.
I mean, like I said, it was very evenly split. I agree, but I think as a council, they're looking to us to take some type of action. And I think with it being pretty heavily split down the middle, I think it's something that we should consider.
And I just wanted to throw it out there because if, 4 or 5 of us were like, oh, well, we don't want to do it, or if 4 or 5 of us said, yeah, let's throw it out to the voters,
Yeah.
Right.
then I would surely hate to not waste any more of staff time
Totally
going
agree.
at it. So
Totally agree.
if you feel you want to put it to the voters, and I don't know how you feel, Brian, and the rest of the
Well-
folks feel, if you guys are still wanting to proceed with that, I mean, I'm just.
Right. Mayor, I might suggest, the question is, do you want another work session on this topic? Is
Yes.
there enough? Because I think there are some members of the public who would probably like to attend and hear your thoughts like these on that topic.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing, yes, you would like a work session like I outlined?
Please.
Yeah, I want to hear, I'm with Laura, but I want to hear more. I want to hear more of what the staff has to say.
Okay.
I agree. I think we should hear more. I think we should also get, people, our residents, the community's questions answered. so they can also have make an informed decision of what they would want. Because I mean, a lot of it, again, it's a learning. We're all learning, and we need more information in order to make sound decisions on anything, especially something that's new to us. And I think we owe that to the people.
Laura, I do agree with what you said, Laura. If four of us are a no, then let's not waste the staff's time.
And that's where I was.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I'm fine, I
Yeah.
respect,
Right, yeah.
Councilmember Clark's decision, and,
Are you in Hawaii?
I think it is, you know, we're looking at it, and, which is good, and, you know, like Ally said, you know, there's a lot of data that still really isn't tracked and compiled by the state, and a lot of the people had questions about it, and, you know, without knowing those specific questions, to get that informed answers out there to the public, you know, that could change one way or another, but, you know, I just think it's something that we should continue, because there was some people that were pretty passionate about it, and there was some people that,
and again, I just wanted to make sure we
Right.
weren't wasting staff
Right.
time.
Right.
You know, they could be
Okay.
doing something else,
It's a
so
good thought.
if y'all are.
If there's
for it, I
interest
don't
in the
need
work
to hear from
session,
the
then
other
we'll
two.
bring it back,
I
but
think
if there's
let's
not,
have
then
another work session.
we won't, okay.
And also, another thing I wanted to bring up is I posed this question because it was asked to me on the history of Evans, but with the Latin community. Like if there was ever like a Latin family that established themselves, did something to help the city or any kind of significance within the city. But also maybe incorporating that with Heritage Day to allow also people that we represent in that, you know, area to see that, hey, you were represented also within the history of Evans. So they're researching that currently.
You got anything else? All right, let's take 10 minutes and start the meeting. Now, Laura, I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah, I mean,